Hi, good afternoon. My name is Joshua Bruce, and this is a harvest video from Sawyer, Michigan. Sawyer is in the southwest corner of the state, right along the beach of Lake Michigan across from Chicago. So this morning we harvested from our garden some onions and some tomatoes, and we're going to go ahead and show you a little how-to video on how we make a roasted tomato sauce. Okay, so here we are. We're in the kitchen, and we're going ahead and start with the sauce. First thing you want to do is pick out a pan. So I have two pans here. This first one is a stoneware pan, and this is just, I don't know how many quarts this is. It says in the bottom here. Doesn't say, but large stoneware pan. And the other one that we have is actually like a turkey roasting pan. And today we're going to go ahead and use the larger one. Okay, using some olive oil, I'm just going to go ahead and drizzle this in the bottom of the pan. There's no magic science to that. Just go ahead and get it evenly coated. The next step is to go ahead and preheat the oven to 400 degrees. And I'm going to take this large basket of tomatoes here, and I'm going to take off the stems. I'm going to leave the seeds and leave the skin. And I'm going to go ahead and fill up this roasting pan all the way to the top without worry. Okay, so you can see the roasting pan is filling up a little bit. I also have a small bowl of cherry tomatoes. I'm the only one in my house that eats cherry tomatoes, and there's only so many you can eat in a day. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw those in whole, and I'm going to cut them in half at all. Alrighty, so we got our roasting pan pretty much full to the top, actually a little bit over the top. Didn't really worry about how I was cutting up the tomatoes. A lot of them I just cut in half. You can leave them whole if you'd like. It actually, I don't know that it really makes any difference. So I know somebody out there is going to ask me what kind of tomatoes are in this roasting pan. And to be honest, I don't know 100% like what ratio of each kind. But a couple of varieties that we planted this year were Viva Italia, Parks Whopper, Razzleberry, and Giant Valentine. There could be some other varieties in here, but those are the ones that we did the most of. Alright, so I'm going to take some onion, and I'm going to cut up some onion and just put it over the top, and put a little bit of garlic, some salt and pepper, and I'm going to put it in the oven. Alright, so here we are. Roasting pan's full. I put onion on there and garlic. Once again, this is a no measure recipe, so just piled it on. When I got tired of doing garlic and onion, I just stopped. I put a little bit of ground pepper and salt over the top, and it's all ready. So oven's preheated, and we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and we will stir this every half hour to 45 minutes. We'll set a timer. Alright, so we'll check it out as long as it goes, or as it goes. Bye. Alrighty, I got about 5 minutes left, so it's been about 25 minutes, and I noticed that the onions are starting to get a little bit black, which gives it their roasted flavor, but I don't want to burn them charred, broily, totally all of them burnt to the crisp. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out, and I'm going to stir it. And one thing I also forgot to mention is that we do have a convection mode on our stove, and we go ahead and use that. I'm pretty sure it would work fine without it. And what you're trying to do is that you're getting a lot of the steam and the moisture out of the tomatoes. So if you have a vent hood, definitely want to get that thing cranking to get all that moisture outside. Not something you want to do when it's like 100 degrees out. If you have air conditioner, I would suggest you turn it on. Right now it's pretty cool outside, so it's not that big a deal. But so I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. I'm just going to give it a quick stir. I'll show you, and I'm going to put it back in for another 30 minutes. Alright? All that steam got the front of the camera all alright, so that's looking awesome. It's definitely cooking up. So I'm just going to go ahead and stir this around a bit. No real method to the madness. Just whatever's on top, just kind of stir it around. I'm going to get those onions down a little bit lower so they don't burn so much, but some of that's going to happen on the edge of the tomatoes. And alright, so all that liquid, you're going to be amazed after a couple of hours, a couple times doing this, how much of this liquid gets boiled off. So Alright, there we go. So we're just going to go ahead and push this baby back in. Let that continue to boil. We're all set. Okay, this has been 1 hour so far. We're going to go ahead and pull it out and just give it another stir. Alright, starting to look real good. A little crispy on the tomatoes there, but we're just going to give this a couple good stirs around. Still a lot of water in there, but like I said, don't call me a liar. You'll be amazed when all this water boils out. See that? Look at that. Nice big clove of garlic. Onions are looking good. Alright, that's it. Alright, we're back. We are at the 1 hour and a half mark. So let's go ahead and open up the oven and see what's going on in here. Alright, oops, need the hot pad. If you can remember from the first time that we put this into the oven, it was actually way over the top, and you can see now that it's no longer over the top. So, water is getting boiled out, and we got some charred pieces of tomato in there, which are giving it that great roasted flavor. And so, just mix this up a little bit. Just scrape stuff off the bottom. Starting to look good. Starting to look thick. Push this back in. Okay, so we're probably going to give it another 30 minutes, and we'll check it. That might be the last time. We'll see how it is, how much water evaporates, and we'll take it from there. Be back in a few minutes. Okay, so 2 hours is up. I'm going to go ahead and check the sauce and pull it out. I think this is probably going to be the last time. Should have turned on the lights so you guys can see. I think it's going to be the last time. Most of the water has boiled out, so let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, starting to stick to the bottom a little bit, but you can see how much water was in there before versus now. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to stir this real good just so it doesn't stick to the bottom, which it already is a little bit, but to be expected. Ooh, my hand's getting hot. Alright. So, there it is. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push this back in. I'm going to turn the oven off, and I'm going to go ahead and just leave it in there and let that cool off. And once that cools off, we'll go ahead and take it out and show you how we grind it up. And then from there you can go ahead and just put it in canning jars and can it. We use the Ball canning book, and I think it was like 25 minutes using the water bath process. But we'll take it out here in a few hours, and we'll show you how to grind it up with a stick grinder. Alright, take care. Bye. Okay, so here we have the finished product. We have the roasting pan that we took out of the oven, and we've let it cool. And at this point, normally what we do is we put these into a bowl or quart jars, and we put them in the refrigerator until we have enough so we can process them, can them so that they're shelf stable. I talked to you about blending them, or we have a stick blender, but I think you could also use a food processor and just grind them up. We leave the seeds in, we leave the skins in, we just chop it up. Makes a really dark, thick roasted tomato sauce. So we do add some fresh herbs, basil, thyme, oregano, whatever you're liking to your taste. Normally right at the end before we can it, and then we process it per we use the Ball canning jar book. And so there you have it. down quite a bit. All that liquid is gone. So, hope you enjoyed it. Good luck making your own, and have a good time. Take care. Bye.